In the days following my mother's passing, I must have received hundreds of condolence messages. All of them very sweet and loving, but they all sort of ran together. And then I got a note from my friend John, and he said, "Wait until your mom appears to you in your dreams. It's magical." I've never gotten into magic. I don't have anything against it. It's just not my thing. And when people use the word magical to describe something, I often ask myself, well, what does that mean? But John's note intrigued me. And so I waited for her to appear. A week went by, then 2 weeks, then a month, 2 months. Nothing, not a trace of her anywhere. The grief was really starting to mount for me. Since she passed away just hours before I was set to arrive back home, I desperately needed closure, some connection, some sign of her. And then she appeared 4 months later. I dreamt I had taken my girls to the local park, and they were playing on the jungle gym, and I was resting up against this tall concrete wall. And then I heard this voice, "Honey? Honey, is that you?" And I froze because I knew that voice. And I got up and I walked around the concrete wall. And there she was. She didn't look like Mom of recent years, bald, frail, weak. She appeared as Mom from 1980, in her mid-30s, thriving, cancer-free. She was wearing this green and white polyester jumpsuit, and her big blonde Texas hair was just teased out in all its glory. I just ran into her arms, crying, telling her I loved her and how much I missed her, and she did the same. And then all of a sudden she stopped. She pulled away and she put both of her hands on the side of my face. She leaned in, looked me dead in the eyes, and said, "Honey, I'm okay. I'm okay." And then I woke up, the tears just streaming down my face. Her soul was at peace. And that's what I so desperately needed to know. And that's also the moment I clearly understood the meaning of the word magical.